Hey, this is Darren from Property Prosperity. Tonight I thought I'd have a bit of a chat to you about what it is that makes some property investors more successful than others. And I've met a lot of successful property investors, and I've got a lot of mates that are successful property investors. And the one thing I notice about all of them is they have really clear focus. And so they really know what it is that they do and how it is that they do it. And because they've had focus not just on the project at hand, the project they're actually doing at the time, but also on where they're going to, they can focus on just one thing at a time and get really good at that one thing. So it might be they focus on renovations or development or student accommodation or, it could be a whole pile of different ways of investing, but they focus on one particular style of investing. And the benefit of that is they can get really good at something. At the end of the day, you don't really know what you don't know until you give it a go. And then you start to learn. Hey Dave, thanks for joining. You start to learn from trial and error. And so the benefit by having focus and on having a clear direction and focusing on one particular strategy is you get to learn by that trial and error. So if you make a mistake, you get to do it again and improve on that. And next time you probably make different mistakes, but you get to go again, and then you make another mistake, and then you say, okay, I'll remember that for next time. And so the more developments you do, or the more renovations you do, or the more student accommodation properties you do, then you just learn from each one. And so that's why it's really clear, not just to focus, not just to educate yourself, but actually act. And then once you've acted, to do it again. The key is to do it once, but do it twice and do it 3 times. And the more times you do it, the better you're going to get at it. So hopefully that's made sense. Hopefully you understand why it is really clear to have focus, because without focus, you're never really going to get to learn from your mistakes, and you never get to improve. You never get to master a particular strategy. Once you've mastered a particular strategy, then you can look at branching out and doing other options and, focusing on the danger, I think, is a lot of people focus on that next shiny object, and before they've had the opportunity for that, to really get the benefits of the first strategy, they've started looking at other strategies, and they've looked at the next strategy, the next strategy, the next strategy, and they keep branching out onto the various options without focusing on just really getting one strategy down pat and becoming an expert at that. And from there, once you've built that foundation and become an expert, you can almost systemize and automate and delegate as much as possible with that once you get really good at it. And then you can look at other opportunities, whether it gets into commercial property or industrial property or a whole pile of different investing strategies. But you really got to get one down pat first. Once you focus on that, then you can get really efficient at that particular process, and then you can look at doing other options because you've learned all that. The chance of you making mistakes if you lose your focus on that particular strategy is a lot lower because you've set the system up in place to make sure you don't make the mistakes going forward. So hopefully that's made sense. If you like what I had to say, then click on the like button. If you haven't liked what I had to say, then still click on the like button because I really appreciate it. And if you know someone that's really struggling to get started with investing in property or development or renovations or whatever it happens to be, then if you click on the share button, I'm sure they might get some useful information out of this topic. And if you've got something you'd like me to talk about in a future episode, then put a comment in there. I'm happy to talk about anything you'd like to talk about in regards to property. So I look forward to catching you again next time. Thanks, guys. Bye.